My name is Chris Van Nostrand, and this is why I fly. I fly a multitude of aircraft as small as these, as large as jet airliners. What got me interested in aviation when I was a kid, I always joke, is I played way too much flight sim. When the job market kind of started opening up, we went and did one lesson, just an introductory lesson. See, do you like it, do you not? Brother did one, he hated it. I did one, and I loved it. I got out and I said, yep, let's do it, absolutely, and I've never regretted it since. Between flying a jet and flying a small airplane, they're different, but they each are their own fun in their own way. You know, a small airplane, you have the freedom to kind of do what you want, go where you want. Whereas with the jet, it's very scheduled. You know exactly what you're doing, where you're going. Different type of flying. They each have their pros and cons, but I enjoy both a lot. I'm also a flight instructor. I instruct in this airplane actually right behind me. This is a Tabria, a two-seater, teaching people how to fly for the first time. First-time students are always an interesting experience. Flying always, for the most part, excites people. It's always fun that first takeoff when you let them have the controls and you know, it's your airplane and they kind of like, are you sure? And I'm like, you got it, I'm right here. Keeping it there, about 60, just kind of getting into an up attitude here and letting her fly up when she's ready. It's fun to watch the aha moments and when they get excited and they walk away from a lesson, just really excited about what happened that day, getting to fly an airplane and tell people about it. In my free time, I volunteer at the Commemorative Air Force in Minneapolis. The Commemorative Air Force actually started off as me knowing a guy who was in it. I saw he was flying a B-25 Mitchell and thought that was pretty cool. So I went out there, met him, met some guys, and immediately fell in love with it. Not just, you know, the group of people, they're an amazing group of people, but also just the mission, you know, working on airplanes, flying them, and just being able to see, you know, veterans come, people who these airplanes mean a lot more to them than they'll ever mean to me. It's really cool, it's eye-opening. And it's cool to just come in every day and know what you're working on is meaning a lot to people, whether you see it or not. Flying makes me feel just at ease. I mean, we always joke in the airline world, even at its worst, it's still a really cool job. I still have memories of coming out of Oklahoma City and you pop through this cloud layer and it's 6 a.m. in the morning, you didn't enjoy waking up that morning, but you pop through those clouds and you have this beautiful sunrise just right outside the windows. It's just a super cool feeling, and you realize that a lot of people don't get that view. You know, you're in an office building, you're staring out the windows, and whereas our windows are constantly changing and, you know, there's thunderstorm stuff you have to deal with, but like the days when you're not in the thunderstorms and you see it off in the distance and the lightning's going off, you just see some really cool, amazing sunrises, sunsets, weather systems, and you get to see the world at the same time. It never gets old.